Up, TWOSUN in a box. Gonna spin it around. Whoop! Yeah, catch it. Hey, let's get it out of here. Let's check it in so we can check it out. And this one. So this is sort of a PSA. I've owned, I don't know, 8, 9 of these maybe. I probably currently have one in my collection. But I purposely bought this one for this channel. I could have just used the one that I have and done a video, but I wanted to buy it because I wanted to illustrate something with this knife. It's kind of a PSA. So it's considered a utility knife, a tool. It's the TS206. And it's a multi-tool knife. And so I'm going to run through it, and then I'm going to tell you why I specifically did this. So let's open it up. The first blade, I mean, it's got a really nice blade. It's a rattlesnake design, and it's 14C28N. I don't know if you can see that next to that logo, but it's a 14C28N blade. And it's as sharp as all get out. Okay? So it's got a useful, legit blade in it. And it doesn't have a lot of tools. So let's keep going. So the next one is a very aggressive saw. And I mean, it's super aggressive. But if you had to saw through a board or a branch for whatever, or you needed a branch to make a lean-to if you were at camp or you're collecting firewood or whatever, this thing in a pinch, man, it's gonna cut some wood, no doubt about it. So I'm gonna close that, and then I'm gonna close this one. Look at the action on them. Yeah, really nice. So then the next thing on the other side, on the far end, is a legit pair spring-loaded scissors. And I believe they're titanium. Look how sharp they are. I mean, they're for real. I mean, I don't know what you'd have to cut, but if you had to cut thread, fine thread, or, sutures, or, man, I don't know. But if you had to cut something, those are going to cut. Yeah, and they're titanium, I believe. Here, you know what? Why am I just guessing? Let's check. No, they're steel. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Why would you ever want a titanium pair of scissors? Steel can be sharpened, and yeah. So, steel scissors. I'm not going to say they're 14C28N. And then we've got, on the back side, we've got a nice, a knurl tool? So that if you had to, stitch leather or whatever, and then it's got a fairly sharp edge on it here. It's not really made for cutting, but you can use it to thread leather as well. Pretty nice. So it's got that on the back. I mean, I would never think like this just because that could close on you. So it's a simple utility knife. It's got a spot to hang it, to clip it, whatever. And Christmas is right down the road. So that's why I brought it up. I've owned a bunch of these, and I've given a bunch of these away as Christmas gifts. And I think mostly Christmas gifts. G10 scales on the outside. This one has a digital camo, and it's grippy. It's nice. Yeah, you can see the grip in there. And, I mean, it is a quality multi-tool. It's not a piece of junk. It's not a toy. like I said, that's legit 14C28N right there. That's a real blade that can really cut. And then the saw is for real. It's going to get busy. Yeah. And then the scissors are solid. And then that knurl in the back if you got to poke a hole through something. Pretty tough, man. It's a pretty solid piece. It's got some girth to it. And so here's the best part, price and availability. So, man, these are currently available from White Mountain Knives for, I think they're $38. With a 10% discount, it puts you right down at 35 bucks. And you can get it in like a week. And so, I mean, what I do is I find a good price on them, or I take a run at them on eBay, and I buy them as cheap as I possibly can. So this particular one, for example, I bought at a live auction from D199, and I paid $28 for this at a live auction. And so for 28 bucks, I've got a pretty awesome knife that I can gift to somebody. I can put it right in that TWOSUN box, and I can mail it to them. I can wrap it, put it under the tree, whatever. So, hey, that's the PSA, public service announcement. What a great little under $30 gift for somebody. And I don't know who wouldn't appreciate getting that. Like, whenever I give them, they're like, ah, that's so cool. I'll tell you what I find out, even though this is like, hey, man, use that. You know what I mean? Like, throw it in your toolbox, and, you know, like, you should have this in your toolbox at all times. So, like, if you need a knife or you need a little pair of scissors, you need that saw, that knurl piece, you go, oh, I've got this knife. I could do that. Wear it out, man. Use it until it dies. But here's what I find. Even though it only costs 28 bucks, what I find is the people I gift them to don't want to use them. It's too nice. So you got to encourage people, man. Hey, it's meant to be used. Just put it to use. So, anywho, I think that's it. I'm going to wrap up. So if you go on to a live auction, you should be able to get them under 30 bucks. If you want to just pay out for them and get them in 4 or 5 days from White Mountain, you're like $35. It's not that big a difference. So, anyways, appreciate you watching.